Hey, hi everyone, and yeah, welcome to the last day of week two. Uh, this is going to be our stand up, and so as usual on our stand up, we talk about our progress, how we did so far, what we are doing currently, and what we are planning to do for the rest of the day. And if we have any difficulties, and if we need help with anything, any blockers, so let's just make sure to share that so that we can help each other out. Okay. So I think that's enough from my side. So who's next? Who's going to go? Who is going to share their progress? Any takers, or shall I just call our names? Because I think it's just a small number of us. Okay. Tech said he's working on the final task and he's planning to finish up by 5. Right? That's a good thing. So, can you also share? So, since it's the last day, what have you found during while you were doing the project? Maybe we can also share that one as well. So, I'm just in addition to sharing our progress and the normal stand up, why don't we also share our findings? What did you find? What did you find to be interesting? And what do you want to share? Like an insight. Okay, Nagras, can you share? Tiger, can you also share them again? If you cannot talk, I think Tashagar has also already text. Maybe Temascan. Yeah, Temascan. And for all, actually, I don't, even if I don't call out your name, you have to share. Stefanos, Srat, Vinyam, please do share. Okay. They have submitted. Maybe can you share insights that you have found? Because it's so we already know the banks, like we already know the apps and so on and so on. So why don't we like? I think it's since we know them and since the data is real and our solution is real, if we share, I think it's good if you share like the insight that we have found. I'm still waiting on Magdas and the others that I have called earlier. Can you guys please share? Let's use our time. Non-technical document. The question is not clear. What do you want to be briefed about? I think we have Emilian here. Maybe he can answer this question. Emilian? Emilian?
Yes, Carol.
I think there's a question for you on the message.
Oh, okay. Let me check. Okay. A brief about non-technical document. Okay. Thank you for asking, Temesgen. Okay. So it's actually a careers challenge mostly. I think that's what we're talking about. So it's more non-technical as it says itself. So we will be providing different career sessions to provide you also with other skills apart from the technical part you're dealing with. So we also have an non-technical part where we'll be having different sessions on employability, CV, like as you have seen the first about CV, and then the other one about time management. So we'll be having different topics. Yeah, I guess I've answered your question. Okay, are we on the same page?
Yeah, I think if they have quick question, I think they will get back to you. Okay. Okay, what about the rest, guys? Let's share. And I think we should use these sessions, the stand-up sessions. Well, because like it's the part of the like the day or like the only session that we share our progress so that we can get help if we have a blocker or if we are stuck on something, and it also gives us an idea of where everyone stands, what's everyone doing, so that you will know who to contact if you have like a blocker. And it also helps you help others by sharing your progress and your insights and so on. So that's why I keep forcing you to speak, because yeah, we should use it. Okay. Okay, with that in mind, who can share? So for like, don't wait for me to just call out your name, write in the message box. Abel, please share. Maybe Magdas is sharing. She's saying that she's on the last part. She's on the last task. Yeah, that's a good thing, because learning anything is always exciting, because like you're growing in that field or in that area by knowing something new. So don't. That's a good thing that you are trying to work it out. Okay, who else? Gabri Hewitt and then Mahalit. Please share. I think I need at least 4 or 5 people to share before we can close the session.
ይሰማል።
Yes.
እኔ እንትኖችን አራቱንም ታስኮች ጨርሻለሁ። ከዚህ በፊትም ብዬ ነበር ቀድሜ፣ ግን ኦራክል ዳታቤዝ ሳይሆን ፖስት ግረስ ነው የተጠቀምኩት። ፒሲ ስላስቸገረኝ ሞቅ አውርጄው ምናምን ነበር፣ ግን አልችል ስላለኝ እና ስታክ እያደረገ ሲያስቸግረኝ ኖርማል በፖስት ግረስ ሰራው። ሌሎቹ ቪዥዋላይዜሽኑን ሁሉንም ጨርሻለሁ። ሰሚት አድርጌያለሁ።
Okay, good. So can you share like something interesting, like something you have found, an insight like that you want to share here?
ኦኬ መጀመሪያም እንትኑን ወድጄው ነበር። ይሄ ስክራፒንግ የሚባለው ኮንሴፕት እሱ ነው ከሁሉም የሚመስጠኝ። ዳታ ስክራፒንግ ከሪቪዎቹ ኤቭሪ ዲቴል ነው የምታመጠው። ኢቨን ምን ያክል ሰው አምፕ ሪቪው እንዳለ ሆኖ ከስተጨማሪም ያሉት ኢቨን ኮሜንቶቹ ኤቭሪ ዲቴል ስለሆነ ሊስት የምታደርገው እሱ ነገር በጣም ተመችቶኛል። ሌላም ስራዎች አሉ እንዲህ የሆነ ዌብሳይትንም የትኛውንም ነገር እንዲህ ስክራፕ አድርግ ብትባል ኦልሬዲ ሎጂኩ ተመሳሳይ ነው። አንዴ ፓኬጅ ወይ አይዲውን ካገኘ ሲምፕል ነው እና እሱ ነገር ተመችቶኛል። ከዚህ በፊት ሴንቲሜንቱን ከዚህ በፊት ስለሰራን ምናምን እዚህኛው ዊክ ላይ በጣም አሪፍ የምለው እሱን ነው። ትንሽ እንደ ቻለንጅ የነበረው መጀመሪያ እንትኖቹን እስክናገኝ ኤግዛክትሊ የባንኮቹን ፓኬጅ ካላገኘ ያው ኤረር ነው የሚያስቸግረው እሱ ትንሽ። ከእሱን ካገኘ በኋላ ግን ቀላል ነው። ፕላስ በፈለግከው ላንጉጅ አድ ማድረግ የፈለግከውን ካንትሪ ኮዱን ሰጠህ በፈለግከው ላንጉጅ ፊልተር አድርገህ ስክራፕ ማድረጉ እሱ አሪፍ ነው። ከዛ ደግሞ ያገኘኸውን ስክራፕ ያደረግከውን ሲኤስቪ ዳታውን ወደ ዳታቤዝ ያው ኢንተግሬት ማድረጉ እና ዳታቤዝ ላይ ስቶር ማድረጉ ፐርማነንትሊ እሱም ኢንተረስቲንግ ነው፣ አሪፍ ነው። ከዛ ተጨማሪ ደግሞ አሉ ብዙ በአሁኑ ላይ የተጠቀምናቸው እነዚህ ለአናሊሲስ የምንጠቀማቸው አሁን ለምሳሌ ወርድ ክላውድ የሚባለው ነገር በጣም ደስ ይላል። እንዲህ ሲምፕል አይመስለኝም ነበር፣ ግን አሪፍ ነው። ኦልሬዲ ላይብረሪ ብቻ ተጠቅመን አናሊሲሱን ለመስራት እንደነሱ ቪዥዋላይዜሽኖቹ ወርድ ክላውድ ምናምን አዲስ ነው፣ ገና የመጀመሪያ ነው ያወቁት ምናምን። እንደሱ ብዙ ላይብረሪዎች ያወቋቸው አሉ አዳዲስ እና በጣም ኢንተረስቲንግ ነው።
Yeah, that's nice. So what's when I say like something interesting, like insight wise, for example, analysis በምሰራበት ሰዓት what did you find like that you can share? So like let's not forget the scenario. So on the scenario we have said that you are working for a company and that company needs to do some analysis in order to communicate with the banks on one thing to improve, right?
Yes. ምንድነው ልክ ነው። በሱ ካሰብነው ልክ ቻሌንጁም ምን ይላል አናሊሲስ አሁን ምንድነው አስ ክላይንት እና አስ ደግሞ እንደ ሰራተኛ ካየነው ክላይንቶቹ በብዙ አሁንኛ በብዙ ቲሞች ነው ኢቨን ከትራንዛክሽን ሪሌትድ የሆነ ከአፕ ሪሌትድ የሆነ ከብዙ ሪሌትድ የሆነ ኢቨን እንከፋፍላቸዋለን አናሊሲሱን ራሱ ስንሰራ እና እሱ ኢንተረስቲንግ ነው። እነሱም ምን ላይ ኤግዛክትሊ የትኛው ሴክሽን ላይ ሞዲፊኬሽን ማድረግ እንዳለባቸው ቤዝዶን ባገኘ ነው አናሊሲስ ለእነሱም እሱ ኢንተረስቲንግ ነው። በቀላሉ የትኛው ሴክሽን ነው ለምሳሌ አንዳንዶቹ ባንኮች ሜቢ ሎጊን ፕሮብሌም የሌለባቸው ይኖራል። አንዳንዶቹ ደግሞ በጣም ትራንዛክሽን ላይ ችግር ይኖርባቸው እና ሎጊን ፕሮብሌሙ አሪፍ ሪቪው የተሰጠው ምናምን ሲሆን ኦልሬዲ ሎጊኑ አሪፍ ነው ትራንዛክሽን ሲስተሙ ላይ በደንብ መስራት አለብን ምናምን የሚለውን ሲምፕሊ በቀላሉ ለመስራት በጣም ኢንተረስቲንግ ነው እሱ ፓርት።
Okay. Thank you for sharing, Gabriel. Thank you so much. Okay, I think Tashagar has also shared their analysis. Yeah, his analysis. So CB has the best review, and the review of BOA is the worst. This is correlated with the fact that BOA and Dashin has a lot of new feature requests, while CB has the list of these requests. BOA and Dashin need to add more features. This is what I mean by like insights. Okay, so when you share, when you have the meeting after you have done the analysis and the representative from the bank come, so like what are you going to share? So the report is all about that. Okay, so the report is not about tasks. Like on the final report, your boss is not going to be impressed with the number of tasks you did, but he's going to be very impressed with what you have done and what you have found. Or like for instance, so like I have managed to scrape this many reviews from the API, but I have found these issues while I was scraping, so I have done this in order to solve it. And then after I have scraped enough data, I went to cleaning, and while I was cleaning, I have noticed these things. Like for instance, I have not noticed that the reviews, many of the reviews were short and could not be taken. So I have to go back. I had to go back and fetch a lot more data, and like do some pre-processing on them, so you can share what kind of pre-processing you have used, what kind of cleaning methods you have applied, and so on and so on. And then so like after that, I went ahead and extracted the keywords and the topics and then the sentiment analysis. In the end, I have correlated the sentiment with the ratings. And then when I look at the results, I have noticed that BOA and Deutsche Bank has like lower reviews, and this can be attributed to this. But while CBE had a higher rating or higher sentiment to score, because see the app was the updated UI was very interactive and so on and so on. And then finally, like after you have communicated your analysis, there's going to be a recommendation and conclusion. So in the conclusion, you can talk about how and what you have found. And on the recommendation, you can recommend like something similar with what Tashagar has done. So like for this bank and this bank, I would recommend them to do this, because like when from the analysis, you can see that many of the people were requesting to have this. Like it shouldn't be about the task. So you're not a trainee anymore. Like don't consider yourself as a trainee, but someone who's working at that company. So be in the scenario. Okay. So when you become the scenario, like the person in the scenario, it would be much easier to communicate what you have done. So like what I've noticed, something that I have noticed where you have done the work, like I can see it in in your GitHub repo, but you're not communicating it well in your report. Like you're talking about the task. So on task one, I have done this. So like the manager, like or the president of CBE is not going to be interested with the task. Okay, so like you're not only developing coding skill, you are also developing writing and communication skill, right? So that's why I want to emphasize on the fact that when you write a report, like be in the scenario. Okay, so like I know, like if this was if you were in the real scenario, the report that you're gonna write is going to be very different. So like I already know that, but yeah, so let's keep that in mind. Okay, when writing a report, try to communicate what we have done. And of course, like it doesn't mean that the tasks should not be part. Like you have done the so sentiment analysis and keyword extraction is one task. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't mention it. You should mention it, but don't mention it in terms of task, but in terms of like task one. I have done this task. Like don't do that, but instead, like try to keep a flow of what you have done. Like first TypeScript. So the first thing should be, of course, what you have understand, like the problem statement, which is called the understanding of the problem. Okay, so what you have understood from the problem, what you have understood, like, and from what you have understood, what kind of methodology you have decided to follow, and then from the methodology you can actually communicate what you have done, and under everything that you have done, you can also share the response or what you have got, like the results or the insight that you have got. And then of course on the conclusion, and of course you can also share, you have to also share the challenges and the solutions, and of course for the future what you want to implement. And finally you can talk about the conclusions or what you would conclude, and the conclusion should be based on the analysis, so it shouldn't be anywhere outside of the analysis. So one thing I've seen is the conclusion sometimes could be about something unrelated. So you have done the work and you have like talked about the analysis, but the conclusion is going to be something might like for instance on conclusion don't write that you have learned a lot, and like I have learned a lot, so I have learned this, so like and so on and so on. So like just don't be inside the training. Of course you are inside the training, but be the person in the scenario. Okay, when writing a project or sorry, a report, be the person in the scenario, so that you would like get into the mood, or like the scene. Okay, I think I have said a lot. So anyone else wants to share? I think I have called someone. Okay, so I think we have some new people. If there is anyone who can speak, please do. But let me just call out some names. I think Ledet, can you speak? I think I just want to hear from the ladies as well. So Ledet and Mahalit. Mahalit, I think I have called your name earlier. If you cannot talk, please write. If you can't talk, please just to speak. Ledet and Mahalit, we are waiting for you. On the comment, I can see some people are sharing their progress. So Magda said the other thing I never heard of is of spicy or TF-IDF project, learned about them. Okay. Yeah, that's a very good progress, Magdas. Okay, USS explicit recommendation by bank and our team only. So bank, like Bank of Abyssinia, feature requests and suggestions, recommendations of feature development explicitly prioritize user requests, feature enhancements. So what are these features USS? In CB, financial transactions, transaction enhancement clearly ensure reliability and speed in financial transaction. And for dash and feature request and suggestion, feature development. So what are these? Okay. Well, what are these features? So I think I don't know. I think his name was Daniel or Daniel and David. So in our group we were talking about using the Google Translation API in order to like translate these Amharic reviews and actually use them in the data. So that's actually one solution for it. So is there anyone with like this kind of unique solution for this kind of issue? Please share. And since I am lagging behind, I'm just starting on task 2, internet and electricity messing me up. So yeah, we understand. And if you need any help, please do contact us and we can help. Please, with a lot about the technical submission. Okay, the question is not clear. Maybe Emilian, I think there is another question as well. If you can check out the message box, like on the message. So like okay, like I think we are actually running out of time. But while Emilian is preparing to answer, so like I would like to ask one question. So you have done the analysis, right, from the bank reviews, and like most of us use at least one of these apps. So do the analysis they have done and your experience with the app really align? Are they in line? Please just share this with like with me in the message. Plus I think Gabriel, I think you can speak. You're in a good place. So if you can also answer it, please. I would really yes, Nathaniel?
ይሰማል?
Yes.
ናትናኤል እባላለሁ።
Hi, Nathaniel.
እኔም እንደሌሎች ሁሉ ታስኮችን ሁሉንም ሞክሬያቸዋለሁ። ሰሚትም አድርጌያለሁ ጨርሼ እና አንድ በተለይ እንትኖቹን የአፕሊኬሽኖቹን ሪቪውን ስመለከት ሴንቲሜንቶቹ በተለይ ኔጌቲቮቹን ግሩፕ ለማድረግ ሞክሬ ነበር እና አንድ የአቢሲኒያ ባንክ ላይ የገጠመኝን አክቹዋሊ አንድ የግሩፑ ሌብል ውስጥ አግኝቼዋለሁ እና የአንድሮይድ ቨርዥን ላይ አንዳንዶቹ ላይ ኮምፓክቴብል አይሆንም፣ በተለይ ኦልደሮቹ ላይ እና ያንን እኔ ላይም የገጠመኝን ሪዛልት ላይ አግኝቻለሁ። እችን ሼር ላረጋችሁ ፈልጌ ነበር።
ሶ ዩ ወር ላይክ ማን ነው እኔም የሆነው እያልክ ነበር?
አዎ ማለት በጣም ብዙ ነው። አንዱኛው ግሩፕ ሙሉ ለሙሉ ስለ አንድሮይድ ቨርዥን ኮምፓክቲቢሊቲ ፕሮብሌም ነው የሚያወራው እና ያም እኔ ላይ ገጥሞኝ ስለነበረ እች ነገር ምናምን ብዬ
So this is very interesting, right? Like I find this to be very interesting. Like when your analysis is in line with your experience, you know that you are on the right track. Right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So that's good thing. Thank you for sharing that, Neil. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So anyone else? I'm gonna hear from one person and we can end the session here. Emilian, I think you have rejoined. I think there was a message for you on the message box.
I kinda was out, maybe.
It just says, please, would you highlight about the non-technical submission?
Highlight about the
Non-technical submission. It wasn't clear for me either, but if it's
okay,
if
the submission. Okay.
Yes.
I would love maybe if the person can make it more clear. But if you're asking about how to submit, of course, it's submitted on 10x. So
maybe they're asking about what to submit. So I think it's already shared, right? The challenge document in the slides.
Yeah, sure. But I can share with you the link again if you're having problem with to access it. Let me share in the chat box right away.
Okay, please do. So Nancha. So if I didn't get the challenge document, so I think they are asking about the challenge document. So for every week, I think at the end of the week we always share a folder for the week. So please. I think you're breaking up, Emilian. Okay. So what I was saying was, so for every week on the start of the week, we share the link for the folder for that week. So for technical, we share the folder. So inside that folder, you will find the challenge document, the data that you are going to be working with, plus the any like after the sessions are over, the tutorial sessions are over, you will also find the slides and the demo code. Okay, so make sure to check it there. So Magdas, you can like convert the PPT into PDF and submit it. I think that's what he's saying. So like you can convert it. So just convert the PPT into PDF and submit it. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So before we close the session, is there any other question? Any more questions? Okay. Any questions going once, going twice? Okay. Thank you, guys. So I think it's shared here as well. Emilian has shared non-HR. You can find it here. So please do. Okay. Thank you, guys, and have a great day. Bye.
Bye, everyone.